Hey Brenda, how's it doing? Give me a minute here. I'm just getting set up. Um, Edit video. Okay, got that set now. I just need to copy and paste the link. Okay, I think I'm ready to rock and roll now. How's everybody's Easter? Brenda, how was your Easter? Was Angel a good girl, or did you have her do an Easter egg hunt in the backyard with Bill, or no? Boone, what do you behave yourself, will you? Can you just do that for me? Behave yourself. Huh? What? You're being a terror, aren't you? Come here. Come here. You gotta go outside. I'm gonna go let him outside, Brenda. See if you can keep an eye on things for me. Right back. Oh. Back. Admit Dominic. Hey Dominic, how's it going?
Yeah, hanging in there.
Just hanging?
Yeah,
Well, I'm
it's been
glad
a.
that you're here because I'm not feeling alone. Brenda was trying to keep me busy.
Hello, Brenda.
I just got back from doing another ship, so that makes 1, 2, 3, 4 ships I did today.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the one I just did.
Mm-hmm.
Just got it posted at 5:05, and so it's hot off the press.
Yep.
Okay, let me go like this, share, 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 share. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. We're getting a lot of international tips this
Oh,
time of
great.
year.
That's good.
As you can see, it's pretty windy out of the north,
Yeah.
but we got it.
Oh, great. Nice. Hello, Jody.
That was the last ship I did today.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Jody, how's it going? Birdman, David's coming in.
Yay.
Hello, David.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you've all had a wonderful day or a good night's sleep in Dominic's case.
Uh,
Your
Yeah.
volume's real low on your mic there, David.
Yeah. That any better?
That's better.
That's better. Yeah.
Right, just a minute. Rio, leave my mic alone. He knows how to turn the game button
Yeah.
at the
Okay.
top, and he sits on it, and then he'll turn his body so the nozzle twists round.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Brenda, you little fucker. Don't look at me like that, you little shit.
Brenda's asking how old is Boone?
Boone is, hang on.
4 years old.
Yeah, I think he's 4 years old. But I was going to tell you the exact of what his birthday supposedly is.
Yeah. I just went for a guess.
doesn't have his date of birth, but it says he's 4 years old.
Okay.
Well, that was a guess and a half.
Was a great guess.
It looks like the birds have been down and eaten half my Easter egg box.
Mm.
Good job
Oh,
of eating the Easter egg.
on this, it says as of March the 14th, he's 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
No, we've got to take your first answer.
Mm.
Because I was correct on that one.
3 years old, yep.
Yeah.
He's just a bye-bye.
He's my little booner.
One of my cockatiels is 14 years old.
Shit.
Oh wow. How long do they live?
10 to 15 years.
That's what I was gonna say, because my
But
my
the rec-
friend
yeah.
Liz has a whole bunch of birds, and her one bird, she's made arrangements because she's getting older, and he's only like 20 years old, and he's supposed to live to be 75.
Yeah,
Jeez.
parrots tend to do.
So she had to make arrangements for him to go someplace in the event something happened to her.
Yeah, well, most the record for a cockatiel is 36 and a half. We had Bobby, who were 31 and a half when she passed. And Sparky did a good age. She was 26.
Mm.
And Finchy, we took him in at the age of 10 and we had him for 9 years. And Finches are only supposed to live till they were 5. On average. He lived 19 years. And 2 of his little offspring that we've got left are 7 years old.
Mm.
So they're doing all right.
Downbound is the Nathan S 1735 for the salt box. The American Century will also be downbound.
I think that's the problem with a lot of bird owners. They don't realise that you just let the bird live its life and do what it wants. I know you've got to entertain it and stuff, but if you just let it free fly and associate with its own birds and stuff, they come to you when they want. Yeah, they'll live a bit longer. If you mollycoddle them and that, and keep cuddling them and putting them to your face, they're going to get your germs and they can't fight it. That's what I put it down to anyway. The worst Captain Jill tonight.
Captain Joe, I don't know. Well, he might be over visiting his granddaughter. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Because he had that he made those tulips he was going to give her.
Mm.
He did.
So anyway, did you meet up with friends there or family today, Dominic, at all?
Yeah, we had lunch.
Where'd you
Yes.
go?
We went to a nice pub.
Okay.
Yeah, Justin.
Here's Paul Murray Part 2.
Here comes Justin.
As soon as he joins, kick him out. He claims to be Justin, so he's going to be just out. Oh, you missed the fun this afternoon, Dominic.
I'll go back and watch it.
No. I'll play it. I'll play it.
Ah.
It's good. It's funny. I don't think Joe was too impressed, but you know, if you're going to make mistakes like this, you've got to accept that they're going to be clipped.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Look in the
8.75.
look in the comment section and see if people have complained about that, because I bet you that's a common complaint.
Aggravates. I need 10 inches. That's what she said.
Oh, we've heard that about you, Joe.
Look in
It's
the
8.75.
look at
It had to be had.
Yeah.
Joe is gonna kill you. You keep playing that.
He made the rookie error.
Yeah. Threw himself. Yeah. Threw himself under the bus.
What's up, Brenda, Jody?
That's where he is. He's probably still trying to get over it.
Brenda, how old is Boone?
We worked it out.
Well,
He's either
well,
3 or 4.
It's 3 or
Between
4.
3 and 4.
It says 3 on his adoption papers, but on my they said he could be 3 or 4 years old on my end.
Paperwork.
Still, that's just a pup, right?
Yep.
What
Still a
is-
baby.
Well, I guess maybe it's like being a teenager. I don't know.
No, I think he's still in toddler age.
Yeah.
Dogs only have 2 stages: toddler stage and then old age.
Oh,
They go from running around like a freaking loon all day
Yeah.
to sleeping all day.
Kind of like the birds.
Now, the birds have 1 stage: destroy everything.
why is your microphone muffled?
Whose?
Paul's. It's been doing that since yesterday.
I told you this. He's using his camera mic.
Why?
I'm
I
not
don't
using
know.
my camera mic. I'm using the other mic.
Yeah, that thing sounds like tinny and just muffled.
Yeah, it
and-
just sounds like you're on your. If you go into the bottom of Zoom and audio to see if it's using your camera mic still. Because you had this yesterday, and when we looked, it was your camera microphone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
webcam.
that's yeah, this sounds like crap. Why does it keep defaulting to his fucking his camera? It's kind of weird.
It
How
might have
about
not.
now? Is it working now?
No, you still sound fuzzy.
Sounds all right to me.
Talk,
Then again, I've
yeah.
got headphones on.
talk again?
Hello, testing 1, 2.
No, there's something there.
Yeah, it's still a bit grainy.
How's it now?
So it almost sounds like you got a filter on, like to make it sound like you're on an old timey radio or something. Is it set to your microphone now?
No, it doesn't list my microphone as a listing.
Yeah, your microphone might have been knocked out, Paul. You might have to trace the wire back and plug it back in.
Yeah, your mic might not be plugged back in, or it finally took a crap on you. You've had that mic for a long time.
Takes it. I don't know. Mics don't tend to crap out.
I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying it's possible because he's had that mic ever since I've known him. But he's got 2 or 3 of Yeti mics sitting on his desk. It's not like he can't just change one out if he needed it.
That's
He's
for
got, I
another.
think-
That's for another show, Justin. Just you and Paul.
I think he's got like 3 of the same mic.
Yeah, well, we'll just leave that to you and Paul to sort out.
I
Tag,
don't know.
you're it.
Yeah, your
Don't worry,
microphone.
Paul.
Paul, is your
You
lights
sound
on
okay.
your Is your light on your microphone?
Yeah, I can turn it up a little. How's that?
No, you're definitely using your webcam mic. There's no way that's the Yeti.
Now, unplug the Yeti mic. Doesn't it have a wire that goes into the microphone itself?
Let me see.
If it
Yeah,
does, just
just-
unplug and plug it back
Then
in.
plug it back in. See if
It
it
might
kicks
not-
in.
Yeah, it might have just glitched out and it's not registering it. We have paper plates.
That better?
That's a lot better.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Now we can-
See, Paul, you should have listened to me yesterday.
Connection on the bottom of the microphone. Nope, it just came off.
Yep. You just went back to your other mic and started talking.
Justin, did you say you're using paper plates?
Oh, I was asking Sarah.
That's just
Well-
laziness. Do some
Mm.
washing up.
I don't know. Tired of washing dishes.
You don't have a dishwasher.
I mean, we do, but still, when you're washing, when you're feeding 5 people, it's a lot of dishes every night.
No, if you've got a dishwasher, and I don't mean Sarah.
And she's on break right now.
Yeah, you'll be on break because you breaks your neck. We don't hear from Justin again. We know what happened.
Yeah.
I was watching a guy trolling a video game the other day in the
Mhm.
GTA. He was talking to another guy, and the girl comes up, tries to talk to me. He goes, "Shut your mouth." He goes, "Men are talking." That girl got so pissed.
Why is it? You need to write something down. The fucking pens just die.
Is the cable just falling out of it, Paul?
Yeah. Is it working now?
Yeah.
Working.
I'm wondering, you know what? That's an old Yeti, which is probably micro USB. I wonder if that port's
But-
worn out. And it's just falling out. Because if it's not staying in there, either the cable's fucked up or that port's got screwed up. The micro USBs were really known for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost bet that's what it is if it's screwed up. So that
Mhm.
port's probably fucked up.
I put some tape on it for now.
Okay.
Well, as long as it works, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
working?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
working good.
Coming out nicely.
So is the cable just falling out of it, or is the cable itself screwed up? Now we can't hear nothing.
You're muted. Yeah, it's not in, Paul. It's disconnected.
And it didn't go back to his other mic neither.
How's it now?
There
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
go.
So what'd you say it's
It's a
doing?
dodgy connection.
Is it the
Well, crap.
cable?
It's just always something more, you know?
Is it
Yeah, there
falling?
is.
Is it just falling out, or is it the cable screwed up? Well, you got it working, so don't touch it.
Yeah.
If it's just falling out, that means the port on that mic's fucked up. But you have another one though. You had like 3 of those, didn't you? So unplug it from one of the other computers and plug the new one in. Or plug the other one in.
If I ever win the lottery, first port of call, Port Euron, sort Paul's computers out. Pay someone to be his tech advisor, not Justin.
Okay, is it working now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
is the cable just falling out, or is the cable screwed up?
Well, the cable's on the bottom and it goes in up like this.
Right.
And I got the cord wrapped around the base, and the base was rubbing on it. So I unwrapped it one, stuck it back in, and now I put some tape around it and taped it to the bottom of the mic to the cord so that it shouldn't come off again.
Gonna come out here. Hey, sounds like a loose connection, or the cable's a bit.
Bone, what is your problem?
One way to test it is just later on take one of your other mics and plug it in.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same connection because they're the same exact microphone from the same era, so they're both going to be micro USB.
Very quiet tonight.
If it don't stay in either one of them, then that means it's a cable. Well, there is a lot of people that are at it. Well, at least as far as the American viewers. Well, no. I guess that's pretty international. A lot of people are probably at church and stuff.
Brenda, can you hear me all right down in Florida?
Jesus,
Yeah,
What?
I can
that
hear
was
you.
loud.
You want me to turn it down a little bit or turn it up? I can turn it up some
Down.
more.
No,
How's that?
down.
Down. Okay.
Jesus
How's
Christ, Paul. It sounded
how's
like
it-
I didn't need. That's
how's-
perfect.
How's that?
Yeah.
Is that good?
That'll wake
Yeah.
the dead.
Right, that's it.
Sounds like he's having a mental breakdown over that mic.
All right, I put the speakers behind my head.
Well, I got 4 ships today.
Yes.
The problem is that I still don't have the ability to put it online what I normally do on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't sign into Facebook. No, YouTube I can't sign into. One of the
Oh,
other.
but
Well, you've already uploaded one, so you must have been able to log into YouTube because you've already uploaded.
Yeah.
no, he's already logged into it. He just doesn't remember the. Apparently, the passwords me and David had don't work.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened since now and last week.
Yeah.
Because I gave Paul both the passwords yesterday, but he said they were the same ones he already had.
American Century, right?
Oh well, another day in paradise here at Port Huron. Here comes Rod.
Well,
In
in the UK, they've designed a tape, a sticker that you put on your chest, and it will tell you it can record if you've got heart
No.
disease.
Hello,
No medical
Rod.
training needed.
Oh, okay.
Another day in paradise here at Port Huron.
Oh, bloody amateur. Well,
Rookie mistake.
in the UK, they designed a tape, a sticker that you put on your chest, and it will tell you. Say that again.
What
What do you want him to say again?
He's just repeating what I'm repeating.
Here
I'll be
comes
back.
Mark.
How's this mic?
Evening,
well.
Rod, and good evening, Mark.
Yeah, how's this mic setting?
Good.
Hmm.
Better than what mine was.
I had to get a new one. I had one of the original Blue Yetis, and
So
it
Paul
and
is.
Windows 11. It and Windows 11 started not liking each other.
Well, my problem with my original Yeti, it's the big tall one, you know.
Yeah,
It's the cable keeps
yeah.
coming
You
out of
probably had
it.
the same one I did. It's got kind of the original mini USB.
Yeah,
It's kind of a square rectangular kind of.
yeah, but you can only put it in one way. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the original USB cable. A lot of printers and shit had that. That thing started not working on mine. I replaced the cable. Yeah, Windows was still not liking that particular device, so I gave up. And this one is a Shure or something off of Amazon, MV7 Plus. It's got good ratings. So
My
Good mic.
Yeti I had a micro USB. The one I gave to my daughter. She uses it now. There was nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to get something newer.
mini USB, not micro USB.
No, my Yeti had micro. It was the Yeti Mini, the little tiny Yeti.
Oh
Not the
yeah,
big one
yeah.
like you guys had.
So y'all want to see something interesting?
Do we have a choice?
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh come on.
I've seen that before. It's the sun. Thanks.
Yeah. This is what it looks like when I take off with the rocket drone.
We had
Watch this takeoff. Wow. I won't tell you how fast it was going.
Oh,
99.9. That's all you need to know. But I finally had a good day to go out and test this AOS 5, i.e. the rocket drone. The rocket drone is a rocket. I mean, literally a rocket. Watch this. Oh, gone. There's almost not enough room. I mean, in like 2 seconds, I'm from one end to the other end. So,
almost make it pretty difficult for the spotter.
yeah, yes and no.
you didn't have one.
You know why I say no?
Yeah,
You
because
didn't have one.
Because you could freaking hear the thing. You know where this thing is. There is no doubt where this thing is flying.
Over there.
So, landing it, oh my God. That was my worst fear, was landing it. And I wanted to use GPS rescue, and the satellites weren't connecting the first time. Second time, I ended up with satellites and tried the GPS rescue, but it wasn't, quite as good as I would have liked. Anyways, here's the landing at the end.
What's going on with the satellites in Florida? They had problems at the drone meetup getting satellites as well.
Yeah, the KPI.
Not paid the
was
tariffs.
the KPI was really high that day.
Yeah.
So I didn't get it. Maddie didn't get it. Learning to do that, holy crud! Because of the camera angle, you can't see anywhere within 10 feet of the drone. So, what I started doing, obviously, I'd never flown the drone before the South Florida Drone Meetup. So, I'm still learning things about this thing and what it takes. And so I don't need to put it in. I don't actually need to put it into angle mode, although angle mode is okay. In fact, it's probably okay throw it in angle mode. But if I look out about 60, 70 feet to where I can see the ground, I can kind of tell what my elevation is. So it's kind of one of those you have to look way out so that you can tell what your actual height and altitude is so that you can cut the motors right as the thing lands. Because that plastic bottom, because the whole thing's plastic, that plastic bottom isn't the strongest thing in the world. Although the one that I had on today is the new Pet G that they've got, and it held up pretty good. So
That's a second camera to it pointing down. That'd be nice if you could use two cameras on an FPE and be able to switch between them.
you can. There are boards that actually have spots for two VTXs. They do exist to put two cameras on so that you can swap analog, but the flight controller does exist to do it. I saw one. I know one thing. Now is not the time to be buying FPV parts unless they're ones that came off the shelf, which is why I had ordered 2 more of the 04 Pro air units.
Prices have gone up, have they?
Well, if you'd listened to Captain Joe earlier on today, you'd have known.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he said, there's no point buying stuff. That's why he's bought all his
Well,
printer parts.
If it's $100, it should be $245 or
Yeah. Now, if you need anything, double check it. If it still hasn't got the tariff price, freaking buy it now because you don't know when this is gonna settle down. I will say this: I really don't expect it to go more than two or 3 months.
No, it's going to go for about another 9 years when Donald Trump finally leaves office.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's
No,
already
so-
rumblings that the Chinese are wanting to talk. So
So if something's $100 right now
Hi, Michael.
and it gets hit with the tariff, it should be $345. Is what the cost should be.
245.
345.
No,
245% on top, isn't it?
yeah, he added another 100% like 4 days ago.
It's 145% total.
I thought he doubled it.
No, it's 245 now.
It's
Yeah, it's
245 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
He upped
hadn't
it
heard that one.
Yeah, he upped it another
Yeah.
100%. When the
Because
Chinese called him
see,
a baby, he got pissed and put another 100% on.
yeah, and they whacked theirs up 100%, and then he added 45% on, and they went, "You're a baby," and so he went, "All right, have this then."
Yeah,
But-
now
The Chinese don't give a shit because they've opened new markets. And Australia are fucking loving this because they couldn't sell their beef for love nor money. Now the fucking Chinese can't get enough of it. There's a lot of economies benefiting from this.
The mathematics say that we are better off than China. Consider we have like a $500 billion trade deficit. That's $500 billion in our pocket simply by going to zero trade. Now, it hurts.
I'd like to point something out. Yeah. You are not better off than China because China don't pay them tariffs, right? They will still tell to you. It's you guys that the general consumer pays it.
Yeah.
It's the same way the other direction. So the Chinese people are paying it. So
yeah, but the Chinese don't, like you said, they've got a deficit, so they don't take that much from you. Yeah, they provide you with more, so you guys pay more, and they're just laughing at you, going, "What? Don't you think we could just copy what you make?"
Yeah, they copy everything else.
Somebody got
What
a
I-
bad case
what
of
I-
gas
what I
there
can
or
t-
what?
what I can tell you
That was hot
is,
rod.
what I can tell you is there are an awful lot of big companies that are backdoor slowly slithering and sliding their way out of China.
Nah, not at all.
A bunch. I know them personally. I know I know where some of that manufacturing moved to. Because they had plants in other places and they've slowly been cranking the volumes up in other places.
Yeah, I have plants in other
Winding
places,
down and
like my
winding
back garden,
down.
front garden.
Yeah, allotment. Well, you don't have
Anyways, there you go. That was the rocket drone.
Well, we went and put some more flowers, artificial daffodils that really look real on my mum's grave and her mum and dad's that she's buried with. Well, no, her gran and granddad she's buried with. And we went and put some on her mum and dad's grave and some of her dad's brothers that are buried there as well. And then we went to Moston to search for my granddad's mum and dad's grave and spent an hour looking for it and couldn't find it.
Mhm.
We did find 6 parrots in a tree.
Nice.
Parrots
Yeah.
or parakeets? Were they green?
Yeah, I think they were. I'll let you have a look.
They are ringneck parakeets. They were released in London, and they started off populating the parks of London, and now they are fucking everywhere.
Mm.
Right? You want to talk about breeding like rabbits? They've rephrased it. It's breeding like fucking ringneck parakeets.
Right, there you go.
And the worst bit is they're an invasive species, yeah, but because they got released into the royal parks, they are protected. Yeah, ringneck parakeets. Hold an apple out and they'll come down and eat from you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you try catching one, you're stealing from the Crown Estate. Even though they're an invasive species, they're protected.
What's up, Michael?
They were.
Well, what's the downside other than they're just eating all the food?
They're growing, that population's growing that much that they're forcing out our native birds because they can't get food.
Okay.
Because these little fuckers will, they'll go anywhere. They'll eat chips. They'll eat seed. They'll eat your fruit. They'll even eat your.
And I suppose the population doesn't take care. They're feeding them, right?
Well, the thing is, when people put the seed out, in the back gardens, yeah, these parakeets will just swoop down and thingy. They're bigger than our native birds.
Michael Blade.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, but why don't? Well, see, that's stupid though. If you got an invasive species, you shouldn't be protecting them just because they happen to be in a certain garden. That's dumb. Like,
actually, it's a weird one because the laws contradict each other. Under the Wildlife and Countryside Act of 1981, it's a criminal offence to kill or maim any animal. Yeah. However, if a pigeon goes into your property, it's a criminal offence to release it. So if that walks over your door, you've got to keep it. It's your problem now. That's why a lot of cafes, yeah, instead of killing them, they just hold it to the door and then pretend to fall over, and it flies away.
here, if it's an invasive species, they'll just open season on it. And just tell people to get them.
Well, we don't. You see, we don't have guns or anything over here, right? We don't want people running around with samurai swords trying to chase a freaking parakeet in the air. Come here, little fucker!
It was hilarious in B&N the other week when a pigeon got in and they were trying to get it out.
Yeah,
We used to
that
get
wa-
birds
that
in
happened in-
Walmart every once in a while.
It's
Guy
what
would
happened in Asda. There were one that was flying around. The security guard went, "I'll get it," and he went to throw something at it, and the bird just flew and shot on his head. He was like, "Yeah, maybe not."
This flight, I got off to a pretty quick start.
Dropping on
stayed-
parakeets.
It stayed at it.
Yeah, we used to get birds in Walmart every once in a while. They would just, the guy would come in if it wasn't like a protected.
I
bird,
need
he
more
would-
area.
You
There's
just
just
hit it with a
not enough.
pellet gun.
There's just not enough space to fly this drone.
The thing is, though, these parakeets, they're pretty cute. Noisy little fuckers.
Oh yeah, they are noisy, definitely.
The funny thing is, they're all in Kensington, you know, like the real posh area of Kensington. So, all them posh people thinking they got these really nice.
I don't think I've seen them anywhere else in Manchester. It's the first time I've seen them.
They're in no, they're moving north. So as they're getting more and more, they're looking for new places, and
Well,
they're now up on the Pennines. They're over in Blackpool. They're in. I think they're as far north as,
they got to spread out, right?
yeah, they're as far as north as Carlisle now. So England's more or less taken. They came and did what the Romans couldn't do. They took the whole country in a couple of years.
Mm.
And the one thing that you don't see much of nowadays is sparrows.
Oh,
Oh,
I see.
right. Sparrows are one of them species that, because they flock together, they tend to go. So you'll either see shitloads of the little fuckers or none. Yeah. Because we've got thousands down here at the moment.
I haven't seen any for years.
How you doing?
I've got a thrush, a song thrush, nesting in my tree.
There's medication for that.
I've got magpies and
Are we
woodpeckers.
do we need to clip that bit and put it to the Captain
No.
Joe video?
That was my thrush.
No, he said I've got a thrush. No, it doesn't work. Where did Justin go? Mm.
His internet crap out again.
Well, you know, Justin, he comes and goes.
You know what it is, Paul, don't you? He's using your Zoom, right? So your problems have now passed on to him.
For him, yeah.
Okay.
That'll teach him. Buy his own Zoom.
Yeah, you
You know what? I'm tempted to cancel my fucking Zoom subscription. I pay it every freaking month. I don't use it.
You
Oh,
either
I
use
see.
it
I
or
see a
don't
tail
pay.
behind Dominic.
Yep, that's Vegemite.
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
Vegemite?
Yep.
I can see. I can tell that tail a mile off.
So, hey, Paul, here you go. Here you go. Here it is from the outside.
Oh, okay.
I had my Insta 360 with me.
It looks like you got a target on your head.
Yeah, but that's how you take off with that thing. It's just like, whoa. There is no go easy.
That's your rocket one?
That's the rocket one. That was the launch. It just kind of slowly. When I was at South Florida, what I tried to do, I tried to take off in angle mode, which takes it basically straight up, and then flip it into acro to sort of tilt it over and then take off. The problem was I didn't have enough throttle in it, so when I went to flip, there wasn't enough power, so the drone just kind of and backed itself into a tree. Slowly lost altitude into a tree. So, oops.
Yeah, we've got to watch out for that other invasive species now, the hummingbird. Little
Mm.
pesky,
The
pesky
American,
buggers. Yeah, every 7 years, something to do with the ocean flow, you get one or two that turn up in Devon,
Mm.
and then they collect them and either take them to a zoo or ship them back over to America because they won't survive over here. There's not enough flowers.
1 view,
well,
outbound
they're related to the kingfisher,
3 at 1
Mm.
No,
aren't they?
no, they're a very small bird. They
I know.
eat nectar.
Oh. Mm.
That's all
Yeah.
they have, nectar.
Yeah.
And the other invasive species coming from Germany, so watch them, is the black cap.
Mm.
We got a black cat across the road.
No, black cap. CAP. It's a grey bird with a black cap on his head, like feathers that look like a cap. They look like a Yorkshireman gone wrong.
Got one of them little Jewish caps on its head.
Yeah.
No wonder it's coming escaping from Germany.
We won't go down that route.
Don't mention the war.
You might have got away with it, Mark.
Mm.
What's a peeing contest? I guess you mean pissing contest.
Yeah, just basically the whole tariff thing. It turns into a pissing contest.
Oh yeah, well, it's tit for tat, tit for tat. Right, countries are going to benefit from it. Countries are going to get worse from it. Yeah, all these countries rushing for a deal may end up on the wrong end of it because they'll sign away a lot of shit, and then America give in and China give in.
It's how many green peas you can eat in an hour.
Yeah.
How much mushy peas? That's better. That'd be a better one. How much mushy peas can you eat in an hour? And then after that, the farting competition starts.
Yeah. Well, I've started blocking the bloody channels that keep posting fake bloody news on YouTube.
That's pretty much every channel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's all these bloody channels appearing out of nowhere. Donald Trump's done this. Joe Biden's done that. It's like, for fuck's sake.
And then in that AI voice.
Yeah.
Lloyd for president.
No, we're putting Paul Murray in the job next. You can't do as bad as Joe Biden and Donald Trump. You'll be fine.
Mm.
I don't have a problem with Donald Trump.
Just think, Paul, your first day in office, the executive order, free Boston creams for everybody.
Yeah.
No tax or tariffs on Boston creams.
The problem is with the federal rules around purchases and contracts, it'd take them a month to actually complete the contract. By the time it went through the process and got approved and signed off, and welcome
it's
to
an
the government.
Yeah, it's an executive order, and it doesn't normally take a couple of days.
Well, the sad part about it is our government has gotten to the point where the only people that are making money are attorneys because they're suing everybody. They're not doing it for free.
Actually,
Politicians.
a lot of
What do you
politicians.
think most congressmen are attorneys?
Yeah. Yes, well, a lot of politicians got very rich very quickly the other week.
Yep.
Yeah, because they knew what was coming. When that market crashed, they knew. Buy, 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 buy. And then Donald Trump went, oh, we'll delay the tariffs. And the market went back up and they went, sell, sell, sell.
Mhm.
Ka-ching. Thank you for the money.
Well, it's like all these high-powered attorneys that are trying to bring back that gangster from down in South America,
Yeah, Venezuela.
and they're paying big bucks. They're getting paid big money.
Yeah, but Paul, if you was an attorney, wouldn't you be doing it? If somebody came to you and said, I'll pay you big bucks to do this, would you do it? Hell yeah. The only downside is, well, all these big bucks are flying around at the top. The ones at the bottom are not getting anything.
No. Yeah, and it's the common people that will suffer in the long run
Yep.
because when they put
Those
all
little people that always suffer.
when they put
Yeah.
all up because they can match the tariffs, then they won't put them back down again afterwards.
Of course they won't.
Yeah, they will eventually. You know what he's doing. Go read his book. It's just
Yeah,
a negotiation tactic.
It's a negotiation tactic which just might backfire on his ass.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
And you,
It
Well,
worked the
Ross-
last time.
yeah, but that's the point. It worked the last time.
So
Aren't you going to be that gullible again? And not only that, you just
Well,
said go and
David-
read his book. If
David-
it's in his book,
The public,
they're going to
the
sit there and go,
the
"Well,
public is gullible now.
of course
True.
they're gullible, politically gullible now. You voted him in.
Yeah. Do you not think that those politicians knew what he was doing the last time? They all read his book before he became president the first time. I guarantee you,
honest.
every intelligence agency of every government on the planet went
Yeah.
and read that book before he
He's
actually
not-
got
he's
sworn
not
in
as-
the first time.
He was not as bad last time as he is this time. And that's because he knows he's got 4 years to get what he needs done. The problem is he going to be able to change the Constitution to give him a third time in office?
No.
What
No.
I
He's trying.
know, I don't think they'll go down that right.
Well, the thing of it is we have that constitutional change happened after, was it Roosevelt got 3 or 4 terms?
I don't know. I thought it was always that way. You can only have 2 terms in office.
no.
Only recently.
I don't know. We need to fire them all. They're all
Well,
corrupt.
instead of setting term limits, we ought to put age limits on.
Age limits. Yeah.
As well.
Both
Oh,
term
that-
limits and
well,
age
that's-
limits.
Well, that's Trump and Biden out. I sorted that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, but I mean, we shouldn't
In
have any
fact-
Congress people that are over 76 years old.
That's
You're
90%. Wait up. That's 90% of your bloody Congress.
That's right. Out of here.
And to be fair, that's the only way we're ever going to get new ideas introduced, right?
Yep.
Is to get rid of
if
All
the
the old
old
guard.
and get
Yep.
some of the newer blood with new ideas in place.
Except you got to be careful because they're talking now about they want to run Ocasio-Cortez for president.
Yay.
Oh, God.
Well
If-
done.
Give
if
me a
they
break.
do it, if they do it properly, they should set the age limit at retirement age of 67.
Yep.
Once you hit 67, that's it. You retire whether you're in Congress or not.
Yep. I agree.
You know what we should do? Send it over to the public. Let us decide.
Yeah.
Well, you never see anybody that's in Congress want to set age limits because they don't want to do that.
No,
Of
'cause
course
they-
not. How is it so many poor people can go be congressmen and come out rich people?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's like over here, right?
And that's around the world. by the
Over
way.
here,
That's not just unique to here.
our standard MPs get £93,000 a year, and everything on expenses: the rent, the mortgage, the food,
Travel expenses and everything else. Yep.
yeah, all on expenses, right? So what did they need that £93,000 for, right? That's how they become rich. And then if they get into a position within government, as in like Secretary of State or stuff like that, then they get more money on top. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
You know, we've just gone through a stage where the Tories had so many fucking prime ministers, right? We're now paying for the protection for half of the fucking country.
Well, and it just goes to show you, David, that gullibility is worldwide.
Of course it is. I'm
don't-
telling you
don't-
now, this
don't-
country is fucked.
You don't see anybody complaining other than you.
That's because I know what's going on.
Oh, you're wrong there, Paul. Everybody complains.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I get why people are all mad and grumpy right at the moment.
Well,
They have
we
it,
went-
they have a right to be, but there's a
yeah, but we went through.
far bigger problem that they're trying to solve for the US that they're not saying, and I pretty well think they're not saying it because they don't want to spook everybody. And the
What's that?
reality is the US minus that $2 trillion number was not thrown out there by accident. That's what we needed to find to get our budget back to in balance. So they're trying to budget the balance before we hit the point of we can't pay the interest on the loans anymore.
I don't think it gets that way
And,
because
and we're within probably less than 5 years of that event occurring.
Mhm.
If you think now is painful, see what happens when the US
But-
defaults.
yeah, but your government has a right to print money. Yeah, like our government does, right? If they think our country needs it, they can go through quantitative easing. Yes, there's a short-term pain to it, but there's a fucking mega long-term gain, right? They can think it. I hope that's not vodka in that.
You want my honest opinion? I don't get entirely the Federal Reserve system around the planet. To me, it's just a way of doing funny money for the
Yeah.
government. I mean, they set it up after the first depression so that the world wouldn't end up in a depression again. That was kind of the idea. So that countries wouldn't
I've got a-
default.
Yeah, I've got something to tell you. It failed because we've been fucking depressed ever since.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, yeah, and you know, David, it's a question that I've asked myself. When you look, you go, okay, like every country on the planet, including China, is in debt.
If every country's in debt, why don't America go, well, you or me, and we or you, so we'll just write it off. And do you want to know why they won't? Yeah. Got nothing to do with money. It's to do with control and greed, right? And to keep the poor man down.
You know, you just asked a question that I've got to ask myself, which is, when is the world, considering that the reserve system around the world is digital money, effectively,
It's the
when will the
cryptocurrency.
world just write off its debt? You know, everybody gets to go, and when is the number too big and we just need to cut everything to make the number smaller?
Exactly.
Eventually, everybody would be billionaires, and $1 billion to buy you a loaf of bread. So, but I've often wondered, when will the world just go, okay, we're going to write it off, and everybody at the planet will get to write off the same X percentage.
You'll see, right? We're going through this tariff thing at the moment, yeah, and all our banks over here have gone, ooh, depression, ooh, everybody wants to own their own property. Let's just give out mortgages to fucking everybody. Anyone and everyone can walk into the bank now and get a mortgage, right? Because they've lowered the rates, they've lowered the standards to get one, right? And it isn't done because they want to help the country. They know, right, that in a couple of months' time, right, when Donald Trump goes, fuck the tariffs, didn't work, right, everything goes wrong. And then suddenly, those people that got them cheap mortgages can't afford the mortgages, and the bank's going to walk in and go, thanks for the house. Yeah. And everyone's going to be back in the same boat. And then that pushes the rents up and pushes house prices up. It's just a vicious circle. They keep telling us over here that rents are going up because there's not enough properties. Build the darn fucking things. Yeah, but they won't because it keeps the rents up.
COVID severely changed
COVID was a fraud.
World economics.
COVID was a fraud.
Yeah.
Not the condition. That was genuine. The illness was there. Yeah. But everybody that came out of the woodwork for that was in deep. You look at our fucking country. We had one politician. She created a business the day before to acquire PPE and took a £90 billion contract. Are you taking the piss?
Yeah, that happens here too.
Yeah. And now our government.
The Chinese were buying up a ton of PPE when they were telling the world, oh, don't worry about it, kind of thing. They were out there buying all that stuff, which is why everybody else had a hard time getting it too. But I mean, just the change, right? Just because of what COVID did to society, there was a massive amount of movement of people because of remote work and being able, and it's kind of really skewed the real estate market. So we're kind of paying the price for everything, what went down during COVID.
We're paying the price for singing. Now, over here, what they've decided to do, instead of going chasing them fucking politicians and that swindled our government out of billions, right? We're going to save 20 billion over 20 years by attacking the disabled and stopping their money. Yeah. Not the guys at the top that committed the fraud, the guys at the bottom that have can't fucking work because they've been dealt a life's fucking biggest pile of shit.
They're all corrupt, David.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
The entire world. As much as the Western world likes to go, oh, but we're not corrupt like they are.
Of course we are.
We've just given it a different name. We call it business instead of corruption, but it's still corruption.
Of course it is.
Oh, we're just doing business deals, so we're not corrupt. Yeah. If you want to say so.
The worst bit is, we can rant and rave on here, but we ain't going to solve nothing.
So, I actually have an idea for solving our national debt, at least over here.
Go on then.
Declare bankruptcy.
Nope. Not at all. No, not at all. What makes a country rich for the most part?
Pyramid schemes.
Yeah.
Because that's all
Resources, right?
Let's be honest.
Mineral and whatever resources.
Let's be honest. Life is just one big pyramid scheme.
It seems that way.
So
So invade Canada.
Obviously, we went off of the gold. We went off of the gold standard. But
Yeah.
I've been telling everybody for several years. One of the reasons SpaceX is breaking their necks to try to get to Mars is not for Mars. It's for what's beyond
Because-
Mars, which is the asteroid.
Milky Ways.
You know how many rare earth minerals and metals and
Yep, in the
we
asteroid
could
belt,
literally
yep.
strap a rocket to an asteroid, put it in orbit around the Earth. And you know, there's one asteroid that's about 5 miles across that they
Yeah.
know is almost pure gold in the
Yeah.
asteroid belt. We could literally hook that thing up, drag it into orbit, and go there. There's our national debt.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
One
in
slight-
orbit up there. It's nice and safe. It's safer than
One-
Fort Knox because it's up in space.
No, it's not safe as Fort Knox, right? Because
Well, yeah, because
gold
we could
melts.
miss and slide it into the planet. Yes, you're
yeah,
correct.
and also gold melts. So when it comes through the
I
ozone,
didn't
and
say
that,
put it in our atmosphere. I just said put it in orbit around the planet.
no,
Yeah.
but you've got to get the gold back to Earth, right?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You mine it while it's up there.
Why do you got to get it back to Earth? You can just go, see, it's right there. Write
Yeah.
your own ticket.
Okay.
And, yeah, and say, oh, just buy it off.
How's that any different than when
How's
we
it-
went and planted a
Oh, okay.
freaking
How's
flag?
it going to
How's
sort?
that any different
No.
than when
How's it gonna
countries
sort
have
your
planted
debt?
flags on the moon?
Right, how's it going to sort your debt if you go up there and pull that meteorite, right, dangerously close to the Earth, right? So anyone can go and mine it, right? It won't. All it would do is just extend the problem, because anyone can go up there and get it, right?
Any-
And I can guarantee you now, if America,
That's why we
pulled
have
a-
space. That's why we have Space Force.
yeah,
It's
to
but
keep
not-
the bad guys away.
It's
Yeah, but-
not making your debt go away. It's just making Elon Musk richer.
yeah,
Yeah,
as I said,
well,
you pull that gold.
it's not
if you
just
don't-
him. It's not just him that's after it. I guarantee
Yeah.
you, the governments are after it too for the same reason.
If you
the
don't
same
pull that
reason.
gold, if you don't pull that gold into your own territory and you don't own outer space, so you don't pull it to your land, right? Anyone can go and get it. And if you don't bring it to your land,
Okay,
Right, I can
good luck
guarantee you
building your
now-
own rocket and spacesuits and everything else to go up there and bite it.
no, but what's to stop China taking it and taking it to their land, or Russia, or Australia, or the UK? I mean, the fact that it's the size of the UK is probably a problem, but you know,
Yeah.
you just don't know. What we've got to do is we've got to fucking find a system where we can all get these resources and share them.
That's it.
I can't wait till they invent the fly through fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
way to
that's
Mars.
my idea of how to pay the debt off. Move an asteroid somewhere closer and go. That's ours.
Yeah. Oh, that's mine.
You know, when Obama was in, they were trying to convince him to mint $1 trillion coin, right? Which theoretically, legally, they could do.
Mhm.
Or like David said, we can print money.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the
yeah, I
Ameri-
don't know. I don't know where it all ends, David.
the
I know
Ameri-
where it ends when we all hit the sun.
Just bigger
Yeah.
numbers at the end of the day. 100 years from now, everybody would be a billionaire. At what point do those numbers start to become
Yeah,
stupid?
but the problem is when the poor person becomes a billionaire, yeah, the rich people will be zillionaires or whatever they fucking want to call it.
Yeah. No, I
That's
know.
the problem.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, these countries where they go and pay £9 million fucking rupees or whatever for a loaf of bread, yeah, it's equivalent to £5 over here. So technically, I can go over there and become a billionaire.
I think Japan's one of the worst for the amount of yen there are in a pound.
anyways, that was my thoughts on how to pay the debt off in a hurry. Just go, that asteroid's ours. and here's how much gold is on it.
I wouldn't say it was in a hurry because it'll take like 50 years to get it here.
Would it matter
other-
if you basically zero out your debt at that
Well,
time?
yeah, because the person that starts it off won't be thingy.
I don't know. That will so throw the world's economy off when that happens. And it will happen. We'll get there. Us,
You
the
know what?
Chinese, and the Russians. We'll get there. Well, us and the Chinese for sure.
Well, you know what? The dinosaurs had the right idea.
Yeah, they got out.
Now,
So,
one
I don't know.
dinosaur said to the other one, "Oh look, meteorite! Make a wish." Yeah, and then all these
how did we ever get
but all them meteorites hit the Earth, and he went, "Yay!" And he went, "What did you do?" "I wish for 1 billion wishes." "Oh, you got 1 billion meteorites." We're screwed. Either way you look at it, we're screwed. And you know what? The likes of me, Dominic, yourselves, we're out of it. Yeah, we won't be here for it. Yeah. So I wish them all good luck. Yeah. Put that on TikTok and good luck to you.
Mhm.
And that's another thing that the world needs to get a grip of.
TikTok.
All these people that think they can be a fucking influencer online.
Mhm.
Ain't gonna happen.
Look at all the high school athletes that swear up and down they're going to be professional. What
Yeah,
are
good
the
luck.
odds that you make it from high school to professional?
Yeah.
Some of these leagues, it's like 1 in millions.
Like I said, it's all a pyramid scheme. Yeah.
So-
They sell the idea of you becoming a professional at the bottom. Yeah. But only a few cream of the cream get to the top.
yeah,
and
they-
now the crazy one is with NIL. The freaking women can make more money in college with NIL than they will in their first contracts in the WNBA for the first 4 years. College is also pays more than professional. Now, obviously, they have their own sponsors and stuff that they get once they become professional. But now that stupid money is moving down into college.
Well, the maximum amount of money you can actually win or be given as an amateur. Otherwise, you lose amateur status.
Well,
But name, image, likeness, there's been a couple of those people that had multi-million-dollar deals. So I don't know what that limit is.
see, that's the thing. There is no limit.
In
Yeah,
golf-
exactly.
Nothing set
There
out.
actually is no limit on NIL deals.
In golf, it's 250 quid per competition.
Yeah, but in football, it's not, because you've got players in British football that are earning millions, driving around fucking Ferraris and stuff, right? And they don't even get on the pitch. They're just on the bench or loaned out to fucking non-league clubs.
They're not amateurs, though.
No, but they are. These are
They're still-
kids. Over here, the only status to lose amateur status is age of 21. You can't be an amateur after the age of 21 in British football. Unless you're playing Sunday League, which is not part of the football pyramid.
We had a football team here, Droylsden Amateurs, and they were all old guys.
Yeah, but they weren't.
They weren't
They
professional.
weren't. Yeah, but they weren't under the football pyramid scheme.
Oh, Droylsden won their semi-final, by the way.
Yeah, no, I saw.
They won. It was 1-1 and they won 3-1 on penalties.
Yeah, and Liverpool are 2 points away from claiming the title.
Yeah.
Leicester have rejoined the Championship, and Ipswich are literally dangling by their willy. What? See, this is the absolute fuck up. Three teams go up. The same 3 teams come back down.
Yeah.
What I want to know is how the hell can they afford to pay those guys that kind of money? Messier and all those guys.
I'll tell you how.
Ronaldo.
Fans, merchandise, T-shirts, tickets.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi. Yeah.
Right. There was a guy that I watched on YouTube, and he went over to watch FC Eindhoven because he made a video a few years ago and called them the most boring football club on the planet, and the town went nuts and he was getting death threats and all sorts. So he went over there to apologise, and he also wanted to take in PSV Eindhoven. And when he went to check tickets, FC Eindhoven, the division below, tickets were €20. To get a ticket for PSV Eindhoven, €700. It's like, what the hell? And we're complaining over here that clubs are charging £38 for a ticket.
Yeah. Well, we will be playing Yuxton Villa, who drew 1-1 with Nelson and beat them 10-9 on penalties.
What did you say you'll be playing?
Yuxton Villa.
How do you spell it?
EUXTON.
Right, try again.
It's not Buxton, it's Yuxton.
No, try again. No, it's not. Try again.
Why? How would you say it?
It's Uxton. And don't say I don't know because our training ground is based there.
All right.
Buxton. Interesting name.
It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Our football club are complaining the fans don't have any sort of influence with the players. Yeah. That's because the players train over fucking 40 miles away in Uxton, right? Instead of training at Deepdale, where they've got a fucking training ground.
Yeah. And in the league, we beat them at home and they beat us at their place. So God knows what's going to happen.
Where's the final at?
Don't know.
So I'm thinking you're at that level. I think it's at the highest team's ground. So who finished higher?
I think we did.
So it'll be at your ground.
I thought it would be neutral, to be honest.
No, it's at the highest ground.
Right.
It's only when you get to the conference and it goes to neutral because it goes to Wembley.
Let's have a look. Because we came third.
We're sleepwalking into a relegation.
Oh no.
It's ridiculous, right?
Oh,
fucking 10 games ago, yeah, they were all saying, oh, Preston won't go down now, they're safe. Yeah, 3 games to go, they're now saying, oh, shit.
No.
Atherton won the league. Nelson came second. Dresden came third.
No.
Holker Old Boys came fourth and Uxton Villa came fifth.
Yeah, so it's at your ground.
Right.
And Uxton are going to win it because they came 5th. Because that's the mockery of the fucking playoffs.
But we beat them, I think, 2-1.
My order arrived.
I didn't quite get that. How can I help you?
missing parts.
Just to
And
give you some examples, you can say things like, my order, my return, or refund.
My order.
agent,
In a few words, can you please tell me what I can help you with today?
speak to an agent.
Shit.
Sure, get you to the right agent. Can you please say a few words about what you with?
Received an order, was missing parts.
Thanks. I'll get someone to help with this. For customer support in Spanish, press 9. Otherwise, please hold.
I hate these new AI systems.
It's like ours. This can also be heard in Welsh.
Now, to get you to the right agent, can you please say a few words about what you need help with?
Missing parts on an order.
I'll get
Shit.
someone to help with this. Your call is in queue and will be answered by the next.
God for that.
Hello.
That included his wife and other. This comes just weeks after headset officials mistakenly added an editor from the Atlantic to the chat. Let's bring in the agency's Alex Crochet. Alex, what's latest?
Thank you for contacting Amazon. My name.
Yes, Paul Murray, Murray.
Paul, I'm just going to mute you while you deal with this.
How can I?
I know it was fun listening, but
Yeah. While you
it's
talk
best
to this,
there.
while you talk to this guy who's in Manila.
Yeah.
Or maybe
That-
New Delhi.
Yeah. Time you know David, you'll put him on the phone. They'll soon give you what you
Yeah.
need. You know what the funny thing is? Since I stopped using Amazon and moved over to Shein, I've
Mhm.
not had to return anything.
Mm.
Oh, great.
Do you know who won the Northern Counties Premier Division?
No.
Bury.
Oh yeah, I saw that yesterday. 9,500 they had on.
Their goal difference was 82.
Okay.
And who's coming down? Colne.
Us.
Colne near Blackburn.
You have
And
no what code is.
Squires Gate.
Blackpool.
No, Squires Gate's near. Is that Blackpool or is that Bolton?
It's Blackpool. Blackpool.
Is it?
Hey.
Yeah.
There's one very similar to that name that's in Bolton.
Yeah, Squaresgate though is at
It's got a
Blackpool.
railway station.
Okay.
Mm. So who will we be playing against if we get in? Switch, Pilkington, South Liverpool. God, I have never heard of half of these places. I know where Longridge is. Play golf there.
Longridge? Is it Preston?
Yeah, I know. I've played golf there. Barnoldswick, where Rolls Royce car. FC Isle of Man. That'll be an interesting away game.
Yep. like Jersey playing at one of the leagues, Southern leagues.
Mm. Abbey Hay. Well, that's only down the road. Like 3 miles down the road. Charnock Richard. Cheadle. That's close. Burscough. I'm sure we played Burscough before.
That's near Uxton.
Stockport Town. AFC Liverpool. That's 2 Liverpool teams.
Mm.
FC St Helens. Earlham. And Chadderton. There's quite a few close to us games then. What was our goal difference? 30. That doesn't quite match 82, does it?
Okay. Who's good at planning and who's good at maths?
No, I'm not too bad at maths.
Right. I have to wrap an item of clothing with lights, LED lights.
Mm-hmm.
How many meters do you reckon I'll need at 5'3"?
That depends.
Seriously fat.
Yeah, that all depends on how far around you are and how far apart you want those lines of lights.
Mm.
I'm wondering if I should only go for 3 meters. That's pretty long, isn't it?
It's only 10 foot. It's only done. You've got to remember that you'll be.
I'm 5 foot.
Yeah,
Three.
you'll be using about
5'9". Duh.
1 meter will probably go
3
around.
meters, what? 75
What's your
inches?
waist?
40.
Right, so 40 inches is 1 meter and an inch.
Yeah.
So 1 meter will only go around you once.
Go for 10 meters. 15 meters. Or I could just commit suicide and go for 30 meters.
That will get heavy.
The worst bit is the USB and power and the control and fire your phone.
So you will need a decent power bank.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I've already got one. I've got a 20 mAh.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it says you can power it by mobile. Cool. What are these ones?
I reckon 10 meters will do you. That'll give you 10 lines between your shoulders and your knees, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's got to go around the edges, so like the sleeves of the t-shirts, and then round the obviously they'll run inside, and then go up to around the neck, and then round the cuff of the neck, and then down the upper arm, and round like I said, round the waist, and then maybe up in a couple of lines.
Mm.
Yeah, I'd say 10 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Only £2.40 now. What could possibly go wrong?
Mm.
Yeah. Do they change colours and flash?
Yes. Or I know it's more expensive. Let's go for full neon lights.
Mm.
Light up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Okay. Let me share this one. So this is my 8S. By the way, the rocket drone is also 8S, but I was only flying it on 6S. I'm still a
Okay.
lot scared of that drone. But one of the things I started figuring out with the 8S drone, one, it's got a boatload of power, but sort of on inverted moves where I'm dropping down to the ground, you could literally stay in the move and pull out at the last second and then goose the throttle. So watch this power loop and then watch what the drone does when it gets down by the ground. You'll kind of notice that it all of a sudden it starts hustling. So up, over, drop, 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 wham, punch it.
Nice.
So that's the 8S where you could literally get it down close to the ground and just blip the throttle, and you have enough power to pull out of almost anything. It was kind of really fun doing split S's with this drone once I realized what I could do with it. Because I kind of did it here again, right? Down to the ground and then punch it a little to pull it out. This one is going to be so fun to do building diving with. Because coming out of the dive at the bottom, I'll probably be able to get down to like 10 feet off the ground before I have to pull. And look at that. Look at that turn. I turned and goosed it and hit 70.
Oh, shit.
I knew there was one of these that I did where I was playing around with it pretty good. Down to the ground and nail it. Of course, sag the battery when you punch it, but whatever. This drone is 8S. Oh my God, this thing is fun. The interesting part is I'm going to build another 8S, but out of the red drone that I have with all the LEDs. I'm going to build another version of that one, which is kind of like, basically it's a 5-inch version of the Baby Hawk. It's literally what that frame is. I really want to see how that frame does, because the 6S 5-inch, I don't know what's been happening to that drone lately, but that thing just keeps getting better and better and better, and it freaking flies forever. That drone is absolutely my cruising drone. That thing can go, without me even thinking about it, go almost 6 minutes.
I'll be back shortly. I'm on hold with Amazon.
Good
Okay.
luck.
Good luck with your hold.
You'll need it.
They let you go soon. Oh God, this is the first day in forever that I've actually gone out and flying. I've flown one other day where I intentionally went out and took the day and flew for a few hours since like February 14th. I've literally had like 2 days of flying. That's it. I was too busy building and getting stuff prepared for South Florida.
Um,
Oh my goodness. Hey Dominic, you want a sneak peek?
Of what?
What I probably shouldn't show, but I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the video
You
came
keep
from.
it in your trousers.
I found the SD card. I found the SD card, so don't ask me where it came from.
The rest of the time, you can get it on his OnlyFans. Thank God I'm watching another video.
That's not a bad idea. You saw it from the other view.
Mm-hmm.
I was going back looking through the goggles view. So there's the speed. There's the throttle percent. It's only 45% throttle.
Punch it.
At that speed. So can that drone reach the speed that's advertised? Looking at those numbers? Yeah, I think it can. For sure. Will I do it? Probably not. 0 to 99.9 is quite fun. In like half a second. Oh, good golly. Oh. Forgot. I need to send that over to Maddie. Yeah.
Right, so I've just looked at these T-shirts. To
Mhm.
buy one, it'll cost me £100. Right? So I thought, I'll just look at a video on how you make them, and this girl just showed how to make them. It cost her £2.50 for the lights and the freaking 99p for the hot glue.
Yeah.
Which one I'm going to do?
Exactly.
£100, otherwise I'm going to be tangled up. I'll be covered in hot glue everywhere. Because you know what's going to happen, don't you? As soon as you get that hot glue gun out, the birds are all going to want to sit on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we peck a hole in this? Oh, look, you got another LED light hole.
Brenda was asking how old Boone was before.
Yeah, we know. We've been through that. 4 years old. 3 to 4 years.
Four and a
3
half.
to
Anywhere
4.
between 3 and 4.
We worked it out 3 to 4.
No, he was 4.5 on the advert.
Paul's got his paperwork out. Trust me. We're done. We don't need any more of this. Right, so now gonna need a set of these. Only problem with them is the one colour. And I need to flash. Not like that. Plug it in. I just realized what I said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and flash. 50 LEDs is way too many. Oh, 56 pence. It only takes 2 button batteries.
And
That's
the other
right.
part is, David, who knows if that number is even accurate? It's not like the GPS has been calibrated. That thing could be like miles off.
Sold. Right, you sold them. Okay. Look. Wait up a minute. 1 meter, 10 lamp. Color. Ice pack.
It's like your car speedometer. It's only partially accurate.
They allow 10%.
Yeah. Heat, tire inflation, all kinds of stuff. So anyways, do I think that drone can hit that speed? Yeah, I think that drone can hit that speed.
I'm dealing with Amazon on a $10 set of parts. What happened is it's for the flip. It's supposed to be 4 legs in here. There's only 3.
Oh,
I didn't get the one rear leg.
that's not good.
After talking on the phone for like 10 minutes, finally they said they're going to send me another one. So
Yeah.
and
An
so-
entire flip?
no, just this
Landing gear.
Just the leg?
is a $10 set of parts.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
And-
good.
And
Do you get to keep the original set?
yeah, but
Well, there you go.
here's the issue is that my new printer that's over there that I don't ever use, I told it to print it and it won't print the return. So I've been running back and forth to the printer, back and forth. It's like, what the hell? One of those kind of days, you know?
Yeah, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Run!
David,
Run away, run away,
That
run
bloody
away.
printer.
are you running, David, or what? Are you staying?
No, I'm staying, but that printer's a bloody pain in the ears.
Run away.
Well, I still got the box over here. It's brand new.
Yeah, no, I remember when you got it.
Yep. It's just a crock of shit, you know. So sorry, I didn't want you guys to think I was ignoring you, but I was on the
No,
phone
wait,
with
yeah.
them and talking with them, and of
Yeah,
course
don't worry about that.
you call
Well-
Amazon. You call Amazon on a Sunday evening, and you
Yeah,
get
that's an
somebody that
interesting one.
talks a little bit of broken English. So it's like, what'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say?
Yeah, it's all right. It was Monday morning where they were.
But I thanked him. Now we'll just see if it comes.
I don't know
Well-
why you want landing legs for on the flip, because that means that when you fold it up, the legs will get in the way of you folding it up.
Now, what they do is they clip on to the rings at
Yeah.
a certain location, so and they fold together, and the clips go over top of the other.
But you've got two of the
2 of the longer ones, 2 of the shorter ones.
but two of the rings fold inside two
No,
of the
they
two
fold
other
up
rings.
like this together. So two are this way, and the other 2 are on the outside like this.
So it sticks out even further. That's no good.
Well, no, it doesn't stick out. What here? Let me show you.
Mhm.
Right, while he's going to do that, I found them LED lights I need. Yeah.
Mm.
And they were right, they were £2.50. So I thought, all right, I'll click that. And then I realised £2.50 for 30 freaking packets of the darn things. I only need one.
Here's
Oh, yeah.
here it is, Mark. Okay.
Yeah.
So you unfold this one, you unfold this one, you unfold this one to the back, and this goes to the back. And
Right.
when you do that, it turns the drone on. Okay.
Yeah.
So what it is going to be an extension that goes on here, that clips on here, and another one that clips on here and clips on here. And so when you fold it up, they just go over the top, and then the other ones goes over the top too. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
Right.
They slot in together.
Mm.
yes,
And what drone is that one?
That's the
Flip.
DJI
The
Flip.
The DJI Flip.
And how much are you selling it for?
I'm taking bids, you know, because I don't fly the damn thing.
With the tariffs, he can mark it up 50% and still make money and
Yeah.
be
For
less
that one.
under the tariff price.
I've only flown it 3 times.
I mean, they were what, $600, something like that.
The
Well,
Flip looks like an interesting drone.
The kit I've got is $987 because I've got the specialty controller that
The free tariff deal.
The RC2.
Right. Yep.
Mm. Because that doesn't come with the goggles, does it?
No, and here's
Yeah.
the camera.
In fact, I'm not sure they've actually allowed
Tell
it.
you what, that camera
Yeah.
looks a bit flimsy.
That camera
Yeah.
is the same camera that's on the Mini 4 Pro. It's a bloody good camera.
Can you move the camera while you're
Yeah.
in flight?
Yeah.
No,
that.
you
Up and
move
down.
the drone.
All right.
It's
just
just
that-
it stabilizes, but it doesn't.
Yeah. I just that when you showed the camera, it looked like it wobbled a bit.
Well, it
Yeah.
did because it's
It
turned
does.
off.
Yeah.
Right.
It wobbles because it's on a gimbal.
All right. That's all right then.
And I've got 2 batteries for it. And I've got the charger that the batteries go in that charge the batteries. And
No,
I've got it in a hard case.
Yeah. Now I have to ask the important question. If you're not going to fly it,
Why do
why
I?
are you
have-
sp-
Yep.
No. You can have it for a display and whatever. But why are you buying the extras for it?
Well, because I just thought when I did fly it, I thought it would be nice to give it a little bit of a lift as far as off the ground. You know, like this it just makes it down to about here.
You know what you should have done?
Makes the rear ones.
Spoke to Captain Joe. Get him to print you some.
Well, I got it shipped to me and I received it for $10 for 4 of them. You can't go to a hardware store and buy screws for that.
You can over here.
Well, everything's cheaper in Britain.
Yeah,
Well, not for
$200.
$10.
Yeah, 200 5-centimeter screws is £1.
Jesus.
That's 2 inches.
Yeah, and you get 2,500 of the little, what are they, half centimeter ones.
Half centimetre.
Yeah, they're
What,
start.
quarter of an inch.
Here's
No,
my
the
whole
hot-
kit right here.
It's a hell of a kit.
Awesome.
Well, actually, a fifth of an inch. There's 2.5 centimetres to an inch.
5 millimeters.
Yeah, 5 mil.
It's a
Yeah, the
fifth.
5
of an
mils.
inch.
No, the 5 mil screws, half a
It's a-
centimeter.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
fifth of an inch.
Yeah, they're for screwing things into your desk and stuff like that, where you only need a small screw.
Mm. Yeah.
Tell you what, if this place collapses, right, they're going to need a hell of a giant magnet because all the fucking screws in my flat. You just hear them all go ding. One of those things. Every time I go in the hardware store, B&Q or something, I have to buy them. It's like, do we need them? No, I'm going to buy them anyway.
Well, that's your way of stimulating the economy.
Yeah.
No, that's the way of B&Q saying screw you. Give me your money. Mind you, the other week I bought a shelving unit from B&Q online. It should have been 60 quid, and they were selling it for a tenner. So I was like, yeah, go on then, I'll have one of them.
Yeah.
Ordered it, and then I got 2 tracking numbers. And when I rung them up and told them I've got 2 tracking numbers, which was the correct one, he said they're both the correct one. I was like, well, why are you sending it in 2 parts? And he went, we're not. He said, we made an error and we sent you 2. And I went, okay, well, they've not been dispatched yet, so just cancel one. He went, no, you can have them both. I think they want to get rid of them. Should have kept them on the phone a bit longer and had an extra couple of them. Deck the whole flat out in shelving. They're then proper metal garage shelves as well.
All right.
60 centimetres outwards and 180 centimetres long.
That's 6 foot
And
by 2
it?
foot.
yeah, and I think it was 3 metres out. No, it won't be 3 metres. That'll be up to the ceiling.
That's 10 foot.
It goes up to the top of my head anyway, and I'm 5'3". 5'9".
About
Laura's 5'3". Fuck's sake. Done that again.
5'9" is about
178.
175, something like that.
Just short of 2 metres.
Oh no, because 6 foot is 1.8.
Yeah, 1.83.
Delwyn,
And 6'7" is basically 2 meters.
give him a nudge. Louis, go tell him. Go on, go tell him.
6 is 98.
Get to shut up.
You're telling Dominic to shut up?
Thanks, Bluey. Now,
Them.
I told Bluey to go and tell Delwyn to shut up because Delwyn's trying to woo Star, and it's like midnight. Yeah, Bluey finally picked up the courage and did it, and then Delwyn landed on the other cage and started again. So Bluey chased after him. I tell you, I'm training these birds. Give them instructions.
Do you have them trained so they can attack Laura when you get on command?
Oh yes.
Well, you're the man if you got them trained to attack Laura.
I don't have to train her. I just let she walks through the door and the old swooper. This is our domain. She's pinned to the bedroom. Right, she never comes out of that fucking bedroom unless it's to the kitchen and the bathroom. I reckon Justin went to play Fortnite.
You think so?
Yeah. Have you got a public holiday tomorrow?
No,
Monday.
You guys do.
Yeah. This is our long
We do.
weekend.
We had a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then 2 week tomorrow, we've got another public holiday. And then 4 weeks from that, we have another public holiday.
We've got one on Friday. So we've got a 3-day week.
Yeah. And on
I don't think it is 4 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks.
no, I think it's 4 because the first one's on the
The
4th of May.
Yeah.
Soon work it out. Calendar.
And 28 on 4 is 32.
Yeah. So
So it would be 3 weeks.
all right. So it's on the 5th of May.
And the 26th.
Yeah. So 5th, 1, 2. Yeah, you're right. 3 weeks. But I've just realised something. The government told everyone to have street parties for VE 80th anniversary of VE Day,
There
right?
have only been 4 applications for street parties.
No, only.
There's a few down here. And yeah, that's supposed to be on the 8th. It's a Thursday.
Uh,
I wonder why there's not many fucking applications.
mhm. Yeah. Close.
But
Thursday.
they're allowing the pubs to stay open an extra hour.
Oh,
Mm.
That means when they shout last orders, you can finally get a pint.
Yeah. By the time, yeah.
It pisses me off that they go, last orders at the bar. By the time you get fucking served, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
sorry,
closed.
we're closed now. Why is TikTok sending me a good night message? Fuck off.
yeah, exactly.
Right, here we go. Here we go. Not going to that. I just realised it's a new day. So I go into Sheen, click the claim button. Ow, miserable bastards. It's £1, so I'm gonna have to wait 2 days.
They're out mowing the schoolyard, and Bode is chasing them up and down the fence.
Oh, great.
Yeah. How's this for you? You know, I've just found them LED lights.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If I sign into Sheen at 1 o'clock, I get another £1. And if I
Hey,
sign into
giggles.
that was hours ago, he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I sign
an
in
hour ago.
tomorrow, I get £3. And the day after, I get £4. So that's going to pay for them LED lights and delivery.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Don't mind if I do.
Yep, don't mind if you do.
I've had three pairs of shoes off them
Nice.
for Laura. Pisses me off. They do this puppy keep. Yeah. Every time it comes up to renew when I've won the prize. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just women's clothes. It's like, where's mine? Why does it always have to be for Laura?
Well, you're keeping her happy at least.
Yeah. Look at these expensive shoes I got you from Shein. Do you want any pay a tenner? No, don't pay at all.
I'll go for a piss.
Don't piss into the wind.
So you have a story to your point, you have the drama, you have the
Traffic southbound is the match rate estimating 2012 for the curb line.
Trans person, it has to like check every.
Wonder what the weather's going to be like the next few days.
Right now. I think it will
and let's face it, these are the stories upon which every other story is based. These are the archetypes, the apostles, Jesus, the patriarchs, and the prophets before him. That is really what everything that follows is based upon. And I think there's a yearning to figure out, where did this all come from?
Oh, there's a storm over just east of Kansas City. Looks like it's coming my way. Oh yeah.
superstar to support her train wreck of the presidential bid. The big weekend show continues. Stay.
24-hour. Here we go. 11 o'clock p.m. 3 o'clock a.m. 11 o'clock a.m. Then it clears. So I'm going to have rain starting tonight. It's going to go until 11 o'clock in the morning or noon. See there? Oh, like 1 o'clock, I think. Let me stop it at 1 o'clock. There's 11, there's 12. I'm still in the green. There's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So in the afternoon, it's going to be disappearing.
Hey, Frank.
Number 1945 is like the Tecton Shell, there's a Tecton with White Bird from Sunware. US Coast Guard Admiral Bay is still bickering in Port Huron. And there is no report down.
Oh. The fucking microphone was off. Dominic. Who's on tonight?
No wedge tonight.
There is no
nothing
wedge,
else.
or there is a wedge.
No, Wedge and Big's not on tonight.
So Shelby Vol's on tonight.
So who's on?
Shelby Vol, but he's mainly FPV.
Yeah, I don't know him because I'm not an FP.
No, he's pretty damn crazy, that show.
Well, as I was
Yeah, I
saying,
know.
Paul, before I realised my fucking microphone had been switched off by the bastard birds. Again. Yeah, we've got rain until 3 o'clock tomorrow.
You know, nothing really came of that stray bit of lightning yesterday morning. We got a little bit probably later in the afternoon, but it wasn't here. It was further south of us, which is a shame because it was nice and sunny here. But it was going off at places that too further south of me, which was a shame.
Many years ago, my mum bought me a watch with a picture of a cockatiel on it.
Mm-hmm.
And after about a year, it stopped dead. And it kept changing batteries and nothing. And then last night, I found it again in the drawer. And it's the correct time and it's working.
Yeah.
How weird. If it still fits. Does. Perfection.
There's the next ship upbound.
Oh, okay.
You gonna go and catch it?
Yeah, but he's about 45 minutes away. See, there he is right there.
Yeah.
And you can you click on it, it shows you the ship.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Federal, Minnesota.
Yep. That picture right there is pretty recent. It was taken on 2025 on April the 20th. So that's pretty good.
Today.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, yesterday for me.
Well, yesterday for me now,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
17 minutes ago. But for
Yeah.
Paul, today.
Yep.
Another $55,000 for only a 4-minute skate.
Who's got $55,000? I keep hearing
Hmm?
someone talk. You don't hear that? Paul, have you got TV on?
You're hearing things.
You're hearing
Ah.
things.
No,
So-
you've got a TV. I'm sure you got someone's got a TV on.
Got a what? I don't hear it.
That's because it's your TV.
No, it's not. Because look at Dominic's got the green screen around him. So does Mark.
Yeah, but I can see the top of your remote control in your hand.
What?
Mhm.
My TV hasn't been on for ages.
You don't watch TV?
What's the point?
My
The only
TV.
the only other thing that's on is bloody EastEnders, and they're all murdering each other. Coronation Street, the fucking trams are fucking flying everywhere. Emmerdale Farms plane crashes,
Hmm.
and then we got the news, and it's more depressing than anything.
Ah,
I've got the
Nah.
golf.
Or
But volumes.
or if I really really want to push the boat out, I could put the football channel on and get even more depressed watching my team fucking lose.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
You mean not anymore?
Oh yeah. You still got a few games left.
We've got 3 games left.
Mm.
Oh, it's Gentry Day today.
Right.
what
That's
does that mean?
All the Preston fans, they wear suits with bowler hats, and they go to the game in suits and bowler hats because it's to remember all the fans they've lost a lot across the season.
Hmm.
So you bury your dead with bowler hats on? What?
No, the fans put bowler hats on and suits, yeah, and go to the game,
Match.
yeah, in memory of those that have died.
So those
But
fans, the fans that are dead used to show up with bowler hats on, right?
No.
Well, if they went to Gentry Day last season, yeah. We do it every season. One game a season, we remember the ones that we've lost.
Mark's going to show up with a bowler hat on.
Mark has not got a bowler hat.
You leaving, Rod?
Catch you later, Rod.
I've
You're
got-
muted.
You're muted, Rod.
Oh, sorry. Need to run. I
Okay.
got some things I need to finish up for
Oh,
work
good night.
tomorrow.
Okay,
Good
Rod. Take care. What do the rest of you guys think? You want to call it?
It's up to you.
No, it's up to you because you're the call man.
We're gonna get a consensus here.
it's up
I
to you.
don't.
It's 20 past midnight.
Well,
isn't
I've got an option. I can stay on here and bore the shit out of you guys, or I can
Go
listen
bed.
to Laura. I can go and listen to Laura and get bored the shit out of.
it? Mm-mm.
Okay, we'll send you to Laura then.
Okay, we'll send you over to Laura.
Bastards.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again in the morning.
Catch you later, guys. Have a good one.
See
Bye
ya.
for now. Thanks for coming in.